Dead by Daylight is doing an Operation Health on the game.
And the updates we are working on will focus on addressing long-standing player pain points.
They are tackling things like the Go Next epidemic, map offerings, and allowing survivors to have a surrender option. No more getting bled out.
Yeah, we've been closely tracking all the discussions about this recently in the current state of the game, and we believe and we agree that now is the time to tackle these issues head on.
We will be delaying our upcoming release by 3 weeks, and that begins with tomorrow's PTP.
That's how you know they're serious. They are pushing back all the content for the rest of the year by 3 weeks to solve all these issues.
First, adjustment to the slugging issues facing players in the game. The first of which is the introduction of a surrender option, and that will be included as part of our next release.
I have been asking for a forfeit option for literally years. There's no reason I should be bled out on the ground when the game's already over. You can take your ego, Mr. Killer Man, and you can off out of here.
Following that, we will be testing another design as part of an iteration of Chaos Shuffle this summer.
Now, even though I am a killer man and I will 4K slug at 5 gens, I'm willing to hear them out about their proposal on what they want to do, as long as it's not base kit unbreakable, because that's just no.
Also, we often see complaints about the Go Next epidemic.
Thank God. This is probably single-handedly the biggest issue in Dead by Daylight right now. The fact that survivors get down first, they go next. They don't like the killer, they go next. They don't like the map, they go next. They have a dumb Meg on their team, they go next. Now when you do it, you're going to get punished. You're going to get deranked an entire rank on top of a penalty. If you don't go next and someone tries to in your match, you will be rewarded with a multiplier, which will give you more blood points for at least trying to stick in the match with the bot. Speaking of the bots, they are actually going to improve them so that they are not as annoying as we have all found out in 2v8. They are going to give us more in-game gamma options so that the game isn't quite as damn dark. We're also getting a bulk blood point spending button. In a major buff for killers, survivors are now all going to spawn within 12 meters of each other at the start of a match. They are changing the way crows work. If you get a crow now, your aura is going to be revealed to the killer. They're doing this to help combat situations where survivors are hiding and refusing to touch generators. But survivors can also no longer be body blocked permanently in a corner for the rest of the match. When you get your third crow, you will lose all collision, enabling you just to walk your ass on by. App offerings are essentially going to be dead. They're only now going to add a 20% extra chance that you might go to that map. This is really good in situations like where survivors will constantly send you to like RPD or area crows or the game. I kind of have mixed feelings because there are a ton of killer builds that I love to use that I need specific maps to do them on, and this is going to pretty much destroy all those builds, some of which are my funnest to play in the entire game. I'll be making a lot of videos in the coming weeks about all these builds to try to show how fun they are so that you guys can do them before they're dead. And even though this is going to negatively impact me, I think as a whole this is going to be more positive for the community. So you know what, I'll take it. I'll count it as a win.
Phase 2 of this initiative. That will include things like anti-tunneling, custom game improvements, and more.
And all of this is just phase 1. Phase 2 will happen after the anniversary this summer, where they're going to adjust things like tunneling and camping, along with MMR and changes to balancing for maps and items. Also, we're going to get prestige rewards, which I think is pretty cool. Feel free to hit that follow if you found any of this information useful.
And as always, a huge thanks to our entire community for playing Dead by Daylight, and of course for your amazing feedback. See you in the fog.